This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop. March 5th to the 7th, 2021. Atlanta, Georgia. Ranger Stop 8. November 11th to the 14th, 2021. Orlando, Florida. Get your tickets now.
Sergeant Chaku, policeman of the G5 Galaxy Police Force, a man barely alive, a man who seeks to take down Ryjack. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capabilities to build the galaxy's first bionic police officer. Officer Chaku will be the man, better than he was before, faster, stronger, more powerful than before. And what you doing, Ryan?
Playing with my toy.
He will become the 6 million Zenabatar man.
That bullet's what you want, what you gonna do.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy, Daddy was there. When I was first baptized, and I was criticized, and I was ostracized, and I was jazzercised, when I had kidney pies, and I was modernized, when I was circumcised, Daddy was there.
I can't hear to sing anymore.
Okay.
Anyways,
Daddy was there. Okay.
Anyways, now we go to real talk. Okay, before you guys start, I got some news. So you guys know Hasbro gave me this helmet. So props to Hasbro for actually giving us the right helmet. So I'll put it on now. So this is my little mini review right now of what it looks like. So for you fans,
are you seriously turning this episode of Ranger Podcast Live into unboxing day? What is going on?
Hey! In like the episode, it had the helmet.
It's like this. Why talk about Ryjack when you could hijack the stream?
Yeah, hijack the stream. Oh, it fits. There you go, guys. That's what it looks like. 10 out of 10.
Mike, say it one more time.
Why talk about Ryjack when you can just hijack the stream?
Yeah, so guys. So Hasbro, thank you for actually making the helmet right. Beautiful helmet. I love it. And thanks for fixing this crap.
Now it is a perfect 10 out of 10 figure.
Yes, 10 out of 10 figure. All right, I'm going to put it back in the box. But anyway, guys, welcome to another episode of Ranger Podcast Live. We have here my Kaiser Red.
Hi.
And these two loot out of me. I'm just kidding. These two horrible fingers.
My name is Leo, and I am the Common Rider of Compton. Common Rider Compton Knight. Henshin, my boys.
Oh my god.
Anyways, but guys, we are here with another episode of Ranger Podcast Live, and we're going to review Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2, Episode 11, The Greater Good.
The greater good.
The greater good. We should have screenshot that and had that.
Now I'm craving ice cream.
So we're legit just going to be making a lot of references to other shows and movies on this episode. We have $6 Million Man. We have Hot Fuzz. What other Power Ranger podcasts do you guys know about everything? And Austin Powers. What other Power Ranger podcasts do you guys know that's going to make a whole bunch of references that's not about Power Rangers? But with that being said, we're going to talk about Power Rangers because this episode right here. All right, look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Perfect 10 across the board. There is no Jim Cornette for a moment. Actually, no. I don't have no Jim Cornette booking for this week. This episode's a perfect 10. This episode did everything by the book, and it did it right. With as much as they have with Chaku, I had a great time watching it. I have nothing else to say. Kent, thoughts? Go before we get started.
I really enjoyed this episode as well. I think it served as a good way to end Chaku's story. I think my only real gripe is a few bits of acting from Nate, but overall it's nothing too bad, and probably there is an
I think I do have a bit of a Jim Cornette for this episode, but it's really nitpicking. But still, we'll get to that when we get to that part of the podcast.
Oh, and before we start, Ryan, can you pull up the pictures? The three that
What pictures are we talking about?
This is something funny I just kind of noticed about the minion ones.
Oh, go ahead.
So with the putty patrollers now appearing in Beast Morphers, each of the original 3 Mighty Morphin minions have now made special appearances. Not yet, Ryan.
This one?
Ryan. Yeah, that one. Each of the original Mighty Morphin minions have all made special appearances after Mighty Morphin now, and kind of in reverse order. The Tangus came back in Zeo. Next one. Ryan, next one. The Z Putties came back in Space, and now the regular Putty Patrollers are back for Beast Morphers. So,
Yep.
That's cool.
That's a little trivia for your behinds,
But
people.
still no Pteranodrones or Triptoids though.
I cannot say anything.
Anyways, with that being said, let's get started. So we have a recap. Oh, wait, forgot to ask. Hey, Barry Allen, since you decided to watch all the episodes beforehand, before any of us, and you and Wally West watched everything before myself and Jay Garrett over here did, what are your thoughts?
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
you, Barry Allen.
Over before I gave it a 9 out of 10, but after watching this episode, 10 out of 10. I like the writing. Yeah, there is some nitpicking with some acting bits, Nate and Zoe, but overall, I like it, 10 out of 10. Honestly, this is one of the few episodes that actually kind of teared me up a bit. So
Same. Now, before we get started, I just want to say this right now because I think this has now become a thing. Yes, Ryan and Kent have watched the episodes ahead of us. I've only watched the crossover. That's it. So, guys on YouTube and guys on Facebook, I am on YouTube. I just want y'all to know that. No spoilers, please. We've all seen it. We've all seen the crossover except TRZ right here. So, for the love of God, no spoilers. We will be Jim Cornetting the entire crossover this next week and the next 2 weeks after that. But for here on out, please no spoilers about the rest of the episodes going forward. With that being said,
There is some details I will point out that guys should remember, but I won't say why. So, with that further said, let's.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Thank you.
anyways, now recapping previously on Power Rangers Z, Ryjack is now working with Evox, but Evox Frieza has his own dastardly plans. Will Ryjack be able to get into the vault to grab all the Power Ranger toys? Find out in this next exciting episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers Z. Now, anyways, 3 weeks have passed since the last episode, in show canon wise. Ryjack has now grabbed all the Beast X stuff. He grabbed all the ooze juice for Evox, and they're like, but Rangers, keep in mind, just because he's grabbing all this ooze juice or this Morph X, I keep calling it ooze juice, this Morph X, Ryjack still wants to take y'all stuff. That's right? So they fight Ryjack. Well, they didn't fight Ryjack just yet. Ryjack is now living in one of the barracks in Great Battle Force, and we do actually get a fairly decent little thing with his killer piranha plant, and Ben and Betty. And I'm making a Super Mario Brothers reference because it is a straight up piranha plant from Venus or wherever the heck you want.
Why does he have that?
Because it's his plant. It's his pet, dog.
Maybe he's a Mario fan.
yeah,
Maybe he just got Mario All Stars for the Switch, and he wants to emulate his passion for Mario 64 by having an actual Piranha
You mean
Plant.
this one?
You mean this one?
Yes.
Ryan, Air 5.
By the way, Mario Sunshine, one of the greatest games ever made. Bam.
Mario Galaxy, one of the greatest games I've ever made. But we'll get to that flame more on another day. So the plant tries to eat Ben and Betty. Chaku shoots it with some spray. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it spits them out. And as he is getting ready, he puts a little one of those little communicators, those holographic communicators up, and he is talking to a little girl. And Nate comes by, and you find out that Chaku is not really a straight up robot and anything like that. He is a father, not a daddy, not yet, but a father. Mm-hmm. And his car went by. His daughter is asking, "Hey, Daddy, how's work going?" It's like, "Oh, it's good. I mean, I'm on Earth still. I'm just chilling. Rick Ross." And it's like,
I'm collecting some Dragon Balls, trying to learn to teleport and use the Kaioken.
Right?
Goku stuff.
So next,
wait. Hey, Dragon Balls.
Why?
Dragon Balls?
Oh man, I don't have my copy of Fighter Z on me. Never mind.
Really good Dragon Balls. See that?
Wow.
How much did that cost?
It was a gift from my cousin. From Animax 2009. So Dragon Ball.
Oh, I'm in a good mood right now. I'm gonna let this golden opportunity pass right by.
You gotta find them all. You wanna make your wish come true.
So Chaku is talking to his daughter, and she's like, "Can I see your face, Dad?" He's like, I can't show you my face right now, dear. I'm in the middle of work, right?" She's like, "It's okay. I love you, Daddy. I love you too, sweetie." And after that, Nate just walks away and tells everyone. And no, he did not. He did not snitch. It's called yo. I'm just letting you know our new teammate for right now, because we have him for this episode, because that Nickelodeon check did clear. It's like, yeah, he got a daughter. It's like, wait, what? Like, why does he want to stay? Because Chaku wants to stay with Group Battle Force. He wants to work with them, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, wait, why does he not want to be with his daughter? Like, I don't know. I mean, he's a father, but he ain't a daddy. I'm just saying. And then the B spots start hearing some rumblings down to, hey, hold up, stop! Everyone, stop talking. Do you hear that? Mm-hmm. And they're like, it sounds like someone's drilling under us. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. The vault's right there, and Ryjack's trying to go underneath. All right, and get Chaku. We gotta go fight him. They go underground. Go ahead. Yes.
No, sorry.
I love how at the beginning of the episode you see video footage of Vivix and putties to go drilling underneath the city, and it's like, yeah, soon these ranger pieces of technology will be mine, and then I love how Blaze's like, hold on, don't forget, it was us who told you where to drill.
Exactly, and I'm like, Dennis. I mean not Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm sorry, I meant Robo Blaze. Shh. You get your time to shine the crossover. Shh. Anyways. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, okay. So, one thing I wanted to mention about this. So, yeah, Ryjack and the Vivix and the Putties are tunneling under the city. What's also cool about this is that this reminds me a bit of when the Rita was mining for the Super Putty back in Season 1, which was pretty cool.
I think that was a reference to that.
Right, exactly.
Oh, and also there's the actually it's more of a 10-part episode where Goldar and Rita were digging underneath the command center.
Yes, that too. Actually, they were just bumbling around. That's a story for another day. Okay, so they morph and they go off to fight, and they manage to, as Ryan would put it, pew pew the Vivix and Putties, which, yeah, that was kind of silly. And then, they show up and start fighting, and like usual, and like as shown last week, Ryjack is invincible because he got thick skin, and he manages to knock back the Rangers, and then Zoe, Ravi, and Devin try and do like a big "It's time to buster" move, and Chaku tries to do a big finisher move, and like they blast him, and suddenly Ryjack's like, "Oh, how dare you G-rate me!" Even though it was okay for them to show Chaku slash using his sword on him. Like we don't actually see the blast hit Ryjack, which I thought was interesting, but we do see him get striked with the sword. But naturally, it just was like just tickling. It barely tickled Ryjack, and his plan to tunnel under the base is foiled. So he teleports away, and the team goes back to brief the commander, and then Nate calls Chaku in to have a little chat, and someone else go from here.
I really want to talk about this real quick. Okay, never mind.
Actually, let's do a hot tag. Alstar Galactic, what's up, bro? Damn, bro.
I'm hot.
Hot tag. Who you want to do a hot tag?
Well, I'm gonna hot. Can I hot tag? And I want you to talk about the first half, and I'll let you talk about the next part. Okay, Mike?
Hot tag.
Okay.
Hot tag. Leo first, then.
All right, hot tag first. So after Ryjack kicks out at 2, and no sells that move. So Nate brings Chaku in, and he's like, "Hey, yo, so Chaku, you got a daughter, right?" He's like, "How do you know?" He's like, "Well, I saw you talking to a little girl on your intercom." It's like, "Okay, what is that to you?" It's like, "Well, look, I mean, we appreciate the fact that you want to join Great Battle Force, but you got a daughter light years away from us. Why don't you want to come? Why don't you want to be with her?" And he's like, "Mike, hot tag, talk about it."
Because in order to join the G5 police, I had to become a common rider. Look, Showa common riders, almost all but one of them are cyborgs. So like, yeah. So he's a cyborg. It's like, well, I can't face my daughter anymore because she's gonna be scared and whatnot. Besides, it's for the greater good. I gotta do my job. A cop's gotta do what a cop's gotta do. So like, first of all, we got that RoboCop angle where like, where Murphy becomes a cyborg, but also, that scene really struck a chord with me, especially when Nate started talking about how his parents are off far away, who knows where, so that he actually had to invent himself a brother. And that struck a chord with me because, like, when my family came to America, like, my dad pretty much had to spend all his time, like, working. That, like, I didn't get to spend much time with my dad, but I also understand it's for the greater good. But at the same time, I miss you, Daddy. And this actually leads into some of my nitpicks about the episode that I'm going to Jim Cornette later on. But yeah, I love how you got. I love how you got that relationship with Nate and Chaku, where it's like, I understand they want to do things for the greater good, but family does come first. And also at the same time, wholly separately, I get that you might think your daughter might think you're ugly because you're a cyborg, but the thing is, if the two of you really love each other, she will accept you no matter how you look.
That's understandable, but here's the thing about that. I mean, I think we can speak for I can speak for all the four of us when we say that this is probably one of the best scenes in Power Rangers that we've had in the Nickelodeon era, because it actually does it touches on the emotional chords that we've wanted Power Rangers to touch on for so long. The last time we did that was when they Winter Soldiered Levi in Ninja Steel, and Levi and Brody found their blade to each other. That was the last time we ever had something that touched on the emotional chord in Power Rangers.
I thought it was dad. I thought it was Press's dad.
Okay. Those were the last two. They did it back to back. I'll give you that. But this one, it's that the last time we have seen, we've never really had a Power Ranger show in which a Power Ranger or someone aligned with the Power Rangers has had to put their job before their family, like because they have kids or like a niece or a nephew or a little brother.
The closer we got so far was Jaden's dad, but like you only see him in that one scene.
Right, and I think, and while I agree with some of the things you're saying about Mike, you gotta keep it 100. Likely or not, this is a covert operation. Keep in mind, Ryjack and his gang of misfits, which if I get Jim Cornette for a couple of seconds, I would love a spinoff where we talk about the G5 police force. I need a spinoff, Hasbro, because I want to see who the hell was working with Ryjack. That's a different story from another time. This likely not was a covert operations where they had to pull a Gray Fox and or a Gray Fox and Raiden from Metal Gear and be like, okay, listen, you gotta go undercover. We don't know what Earth's atmosphere is like. We don't know what any of these atmospheres in the rest of the galaxy are like. We gotta make you half robot because at least you have a fighting chance. If your human side dies, your backup respiratory and your machine side can kick off. I'm digging I'm getting really too deep into this. But,
and honestly, this would be a great way to bring Ryan Steele into the show because like it did take place in the same. So like the Japanese version of Chuck and Skyfire came from another series called Metal Hero, and part of the Metal Hero franchise got adapted into VR Troopers, while a completely different part of Metal Hero became Beetleborgs. But we're not talking about Beetleborgs, we're talking about VR Troopers. Now, here's the thing. Ryan's Season 2 outfit is based off of Scheider, which is the third Metal Hero in the Metal Hero franchise. And it did get remade as rebooted as part of a trilogy after the crossover with Go Busters. And I'm thinking, if we could somehow incorporate Ryan Steele joining the G5 Police, then we can actually adapt that Metal Hero movie that takes place after Go Busters into an American audience, where you have Chaku, Ryan Steele, and a third character who becomes Charavan as a G5 police team, and they could offhandedly mention Skyfire, and heck, we could bring in Beetleborgs into this because in the Power Rangers universe, we do have Beetleborgs comics. The comics do exist, and heck, we could even have an explanation as to why what's called Venjix from not Venjix from
Wild
RPM,
Force.
but Venjix from Wild Force looks like Beetleborgs.
Okay, I just want to say this right now. Beetleborgs is dead. We're not bringing that back. Kent next.
Just wanted to mention right quick. We're all mentioning RoboCop and
Metal Gear,
Metal Hero, and all that. That's what you guys think when you see Chaku. For me, I see there's one person I can think of when I see Chaku, and that is Booyah!
Oh my god!
I knew you were gonna make a
Booyah! Cyborg.
See, I get that you see Cyborg. No, I see Kano from Mortal Kombat, because he has the Kano eye. All he's missing is
if Ryjack switched bodies with Chaku, he would have the Australian accent. He's like, "Oi, I'm Kano, king of the underworld."
I study all your moves, Sonya. Okay, I'm done.
Or Discount Terminator. Okay, anyway, so where were you?
Ryan, you go ahead.
You go ahead, Ryan.
Where you guys end again?
So Chaku shows his face. He's Kano. He's like, I have to do what I gotta do. I can't see my daughter no more.
Okay.
Kano.
The greater good. There you go.
Okay, so he shows to Nate, like, hey, I cannot do this anymore because technically I'm a robot now. I don't want to scare my kid. Yada yada yada. Okay, so now Nate tells his agrees. Okay, Nate agrees. Okay, I get it. And this is where we found out. This is where we found out about Nate. This is where we got a little thing about Nate. So keep in mind. So Ken, remember said like keep an eye on these moments.
Yes.
So keep an eye on this moment. Nate talks about his parents. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So Nate talks about how his parents basically are working overseas, and basically he's being left behind in Great Battle Force. So keep that in mind for the future. Anyway, so
hey Arnold.
Anyway, we go. Anyway, so Great Battle Force, well, basically the commander detects Ryjack. So Ryjack does come back to do basically to ambush them because he wants to prove to Evox that, hey, like I can beat these people. Give me a chance. Okay, fine, beat these people, right? But what Evox doesn't know that, like, I just want him to get killed because before we go into that, Ryjack mentions that he has a ship in Earth, That's all I'm saying. A ship on
Chekhov's
Earth.
gun.
That's all I'm saying. A ship on Earth. That's all I'm saying.
Chekhov's gun.
And
I call
okay,
the-
Huh?
I'm sorry. I call talking about the reanimator. Continue.
okay, so anyway, Evox is like, so he goes away. He goes to fight the Rangers, and then Evox like, what a fool. He doesn't know I actually want him to get destroyed, so I can steal stuff from his ship. Foreshadowing. Anyway, so since you want to talk about this a lot, go ahead and finish it off.
Well, well, actually, I'll just talk about this one thing, and then Mike, you haven't gone yet, so you go after that.
Okay.
Okay, so they go to, Ryjack is terrorizing the city on a rooftop somewhere, and then the Rangers show up saying, "You're done terrorizing the city. Your reign of terror ends now." And they get ready.
Oh, and this is my nitpick. Zoe's acting for this thing was kind of cringy. So that's it. I was like, continue.
Anyway, so they morph. A quick fight breaks out. Pretty sick fight, although editing was a little And Ryjack tries to pull out his reanimizer to bring in some backup, but one of them knocks it out of his hand and he loses it. And so the fight goes on, and they are kind of getting the upper hand on him, and then Ryjack pulls out something, and this is another Easter egg from ironically Super Megaforce. He pulls out this little device that allows him to grow, which he says was on Andrasia. And also this kind of looks a lot like the devices that the monsters in SPD would use to grow. So
Yes.
that'd be cool if it's revealed that Broodwing got these devices from there or something, but story for another time. So the Rangers realize, the situation's getting, they need to get the Zords, and suddenly Scrozzle comes in and grabs the reanimizer. By the way, if we ever have Campbell back on here, he has to say this line for me. He's like, "Finders, keepers, losers, weepers." And
Campbell, if you're watching this,
yes.
sorry.
Campbell.
I'm sorry.
And pay attention. No one notices that Scrozzle took this device. I don't know what. This is just brilliant when it comes to what happens later. But not talking about what happens. Okay. So the Megazord fight breaks out, and Boken steer us home.
Yes, steer us home, Boken.
Yeah, so finally they got the giant lizard, the giant reptile. That I keep forgetting the name of Chucku's Zord, but
The reptile beast.
Reptile beast. Speaking of that.
Yeah.
Wow! Yes, thank you.
Oh, you mean Serpentera?
Serpentera.
When I first saw that, I also thought Serpentera, back when I watched it on Gokaiger. And let me tell you, they've been building up this Zord for a long time, throughout this entire episode. So we finally get to see it, and I'm like, yes, finally. And we do get to see it kick some butt, and I love getting to see it. They could have just not have it in the episode, because the less stock footage we use, the better. But yes, they actually brought it in. We're world building. Yes, I love this.
It'd be
Let's
interesting.
have more of this. Hasbro, make a toy of this.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
It'd be interesting is if it's revealed that maybe Lord Zed stole plans from the space police in order to build Serpentera. That would be interesting, and because he's not technically inclined, that explains his lack of power. That'd be cool if they could have worked that in.
Yeah. And what's it called? I don't know if we actually got to see this in the episode, but it does transform from a spaceship design and sort of unfolds into a dragon formation, which retroactively might remind you of Cam's spacecraft from the penultimate episode of Ninja Storm. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. I love it when a spaceship turns into a dragon. It's fun. But yeah, so they fight Ryjack, and of course, naturally, they defeat him. But Evox and his cronies, they do get their hands on his replicating device. So that is something that we can look forward to in future episodes. Look, guys, I haven't looked beyond this episode, but I know a team up episode is coming. And given the fact that they established that this thing makes putties and Viveks, things are gonna happen in within the next few episodes. I can tell that much.
I don't know what's happening.
But
I'm sure it's absolutely nothing.
Mike, I want to tell you, but
I don't know.
I want to tell you, but you be my best friend. I can't spoil it.
Yeah, even Daniel says spoilers, buddy. Spoilers. We're not gonna spoil it, bro.
We're not spoiling.
Mike,
No
we're not gonna spoil it.
spoiler.
Battlestar Galactica, you sir have my thumbs up of approval.
Thumbs up in Cougar.
Yeah, it's still murdered.
I love how that's a progress scheme. But yeah, so yeah, this takes us to the last few scenes of the episode, which is something I really want to talk about. I don't know if Ryan, did you get to summarize earlier a little bit?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I can finish off, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's two scenes independent of each other, but I'm gonna talk about Ben and Betty first, where Chaku gave Ben and Betty his plant, and they're able to like make good use of it, where they could feed it trash and it spits out recyclables, which is great. Like we could have like let's bioengineer this kind of plant. So that we can have it in real life, because let's be honest, a lot of people in the world, they don't recycle because they're too lazy to. Let's be honest. Not everyone, but a lot of them are. So like, yeah, now you have like this wholly separate organism doing all the work for you, which is great. But it does have an issue of throwing up, and they're like, we haven't house trained it yet. So I'm like, I hope it's not what I think that means, because when we talk about house training with dogs and other pets, that has a different meaning. But yeah, so classic Ben and Betty moment. Now let's talk to the piece de la résistance. So Chaku says he wants to stay with the Grid Battle Force, but he also wants to see his daughter because his conversation with Nate hit a chord. And Nate says, hey, listen, I have this machine. It helped me integrate animal DNA into the Rangers. That's how we made the Rangers. And it also how I was able to create my brother, because he's a machine with human DNA. What if we reverse engineered it so we could take all the machinery out of your body? And like he takes a hot minute to think it over. It's like, and he walks up to the platform. It's like, okay, Nate, I'm ready. And of course, he zaps him with the machine, and he turns into a complete humanoid. And it's like, now I can be with my daughter. And then later on, we have a scene where Chaku is video streaming with the daughter. It's like, okay, honey, it's recording. Thank you, Rangers. I can see my daddy now.
Okay, honestly, that teared me. I was like, "Ah, fudge, this is so cute." And like, okay, I'm like, that's what teared me up.
Here's the thing. Like, I do have some nitpicks with that scene, which is where I'll get to my Jim Cornette moment. But that's basically how the episode ends. So I'll get into that when we go to our individual reviews. So who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go first because I actually want to discuss something. So we discussed last week when we talked about fight scenes, right? And I brought up to your attention, Kent and Ryan, that there's a certain thing that can you ask how come in Power Rangers or in especially in Mighty Morphin and Zeo, did they have the thing where like powder shoots out of their out of the putties, or when the Rangers fight and all that stuff? I can actually show you real quick if I can find the GIF. Hold up, I'm gonna show you this real quick. Let me download it.
You share screen it, or are you gonna share it?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna post it right here.
By the way, guys, I want you to say for the greater good. Can you say it for me?
The greater good. The greater good. The greater good.
We joined
greater good.
Oh, wait.
We joined Grindelwald.
Wait. Let's do one other thing. It's all about the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Anyway, so, Kent, I want you to see this real quick. So, do you see this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a scene from Fist of Legend, a movie that Jet Li was in back in the mid '90s. A lot of martial arts movies, TV shows, and even on Power Rangers sometimes, the reason why you see powder for whatever reason come out whenever they punch or kick is the fact that they because of that, it was a trend in the 80s and 90s. It was to over exaggerate how much force was being put, like so much force that literal powder is coming out of your fist or your legs and stuff like that. It was to dramatize certain action and stuff like that. I don't know why they did that, but at the same time, it made for really good effects. So that being seen in last week's episode of in Beast Morphers is just to not only they pay homage to the fact that we had Putties and Vinix, or where the heck the minis are in Dino Charge. There you go. It was also to pay homage to some of the fighting from MMPR, from Zeo, from all like the other Zordon era Power Ranger shows. There you go.
Yeah, and one thing I appreciate about Power Rangers is like, while yes, whenever people attack each other, you see sparks fly out instead of like people actually bleeding out. I actually like the sparks because they more or less established throughout the entire series, even from the first episode of Power Rangers, that the suits are based off of what is essentially a fiber optics. It's like it's clothing, but it's made out of electronics. So like whenever it suffers enough concussion, the electronic component of the fabric discharges into sparks, which is why you see all these sparks fly whenever like people attack each other in Power Rangers.
It is
I appreciate it. It's a nice throwback to the whole powder thing in kung fu movies as well.
It is not fabric. The material is a self-assembling nano.
No, it's
spandex.
No,
you said fabric.
Self-assembling nano thread.
Yeah, it's not spandex. Oh, I love you, Dr. K.
Polycarbonate nano thread.
Anyways, going real quick. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I love the episode. I do agree that Chaku's reason of not telling his daughter, not wanting to go see his daughter, is weak. I do agree with that. But I can also defend saying this is probably a covert operations thing because Ryjack's probably wanting like 7 galaxy sectors. But then we're going to be Star Wars and things, and I don't want Jim Cornette things because I've already done the Jim Cornette for the day. 10 out of 10. There you go. It's a great episode. I can't wait for next week's episode. Ryan, go.
I have some nitpicks. Same thing. I thought it was weak because, like, okay, I don't want to see my daughter because I look weird. It's like, okay, it is what it is. Maybe, again, it might be for covert operations because, again, Ryjack is technically dangerous in certain galaxies. So you never know. But overall, even Zoe's acting in that part kind of cringed me a bit. So no offense to Jackie, that part was kind of cringy. Even with Devin's part, it's like, oh yeah? It's like, okay, that was also cringy. But overall, hey, Nate's acting improved, though. A little bit. But anyway, action was good. Ryjack's a really, really good villain. I actually like Ryjack's. Plus, I actually like the part we actually put Vivix and Putties into one shot. That was actually American footage. Chaku, yes, this is the last episode of See Chaku.
Spoiler.
I mean, it is. It's just, the Chaku arc's over, man. Listen, arcs in Power Rangers aren't as long as they used to be, but it's okay.
The arc is over. So.
I know, I'm just kidding. Anyway, keep going.
He even said so. Yeah, anyway. He's not going back home. Why would he come back home? He's human. No one makes sense. Anyway. Okay. I mean, it did say to Kent that he's done. He's retired. But anyway. Yeah, so Chaku's done, but this Chaku, these last 2 episodes, I'm happy. Because better than what he did with Skyfire and Ninja Steel. And they didn't even show, at least for this one, it showed his Zord from the Japanese show, his Rotilla Zord, his bike, and his finishing move and swords in 2 episodes. I'm actually glad they put that. So thank you, Hasbro. Overall, I like it. 10 out of 10. And plus Ben and Betty, thank you for being competent now. See, I told you, Ben and Betty gets better in the second half. Yes, they're still dim-witted, but better written. And actually know how to handle.
You're moving away from Bulk and Skull and towards Boom.
Yeah, they're now becoming Boom. So thank you.
End of SPD Boom.
SPD Boom, yes. Anyway, guys, 10 out of 10 for me. I love this episode, especially the part where
Kent, why don't you go third? You go third.
You go next, Kent.
Okay. I thought the episode had very good writing, good action, good characters. Acting-wise, I actually didn't mind Jackie's acting. You know, I thought she was fine.
that one part, the one part.
Yeah,
That one part.
I personally thought Nate's acting was kind of It's kind of like Kevin and Samurai, where I feel he half whispers everything unnecessarily. But
Oh yeah, and the whole he wasn't born a samurai.
The action, like I said, was good. And what else? There was another thing. I thought this was and I thought the ending was good. I think the only thing I would change about the Chaku arc would probably have like an episode in between the first part and the second part. Therefore, so we could see a little more of the relationship build, and then I felt like this ending would have a lot more impact. Like I thought the ending was good the way it was. It's just, we've known this guy for 2 episodes and it has a really good goodbye. It's just, maybe a little extra would have sprucened it up a bit. But overall, I enjoyed it. The only thing is really just the acting. So I give it 9 out of 10. So.
Okay. Still a great score, but all right, go ahead.
Okay, so actually, Kent, you made a really interesting suggestion about having an episode between these 2 episodes, and I think this would actually play really well into my criticism in that my Jim Cornette thing has a lot more to do with the relationship with Chaku and Nate, and I think given the fact that in the first episode, Devin was quick to trust Chaku, or at least he was quick to give him the benefit of the doubt, while Nate was still, apprehensive about it. And in this episode, Nate is a lot more confrontational with Chaku. I mean, sympathetic, but still confrontational. I would have loved to see like an episode between these 2 where tension between Nate and Chaku would build up more, because I feel like there's like a lot of writing potential between these 2 characters and stuff, like where like one puts duty first, the other puts family first, and then it climaxes upon the realization as to why they're so radically different, which is Chaku has a daughter but he can't go back to her for 2 completely different reasons. And hearing like when Nate talks about his family relationship, it's like at least you have a chance to go back to your family. My family doesn't want to go back to me, sort of thing. I would have loved to see some reflection on this. Like, for example, like I would have either liked to have at least have what's it called? Chaku put more consideration to maybe Nate is right, maybe I should see my family more, versus Nate going, maybe Chaku is right, maybe I shouldn't be so angry at my parents because maybe they haven't spent time with me more because they had a good reason to. And given the fact that in both of these episodes, Steele has been such a huge fanboy of Chaku since the first episode, I would love to see Steele be like a mediator, like helping them facilitate this growth for both characters, which would eventually come full circle when Nate gives him the opportunity to use this device. Now, here's where I would like to Jim Cornette. Now, here's
you want Jim Cornette already?
I'm building up the Jim Cornette. Okay, you got Jim Cornette, then you got Jim Cornette. Okay, so I think either Chaku should have just went straight home without having the transformation and just trust his daughter to love him despite being a cyborg, or he would just contact his daughter, reveal the truth. It's like, but I have this other duty. I have to help the Rangers, but I will be back as soon as I'm done with this. Or instead of having completely removed the face thing, like make it an illusion thing where like he could make it look like he's still human, kind of like Victor Stone when he infiltrated Hive in that one episode of Titans.
Right.
Yeah, and so like he would go back to his daughter with the guise of he still looks human, and then but in both cases have him come back toward like later on. Like, yeah, he has to come. Like, he can't join the Rangers permanently because he has to go see his daughter. But have him come back later on for a climax, just like how in Countdown to Destruction, we do see the Equation Rangers, we see Trey of Triforia, and we see both Phantom Ranger and Blue Centurion all come back for the finale. I want to see that. Based on things people hinted in this podcast, I'm guessing I shouldn't be holding my breath, but this is what I would have liked to see if I could.
There's it's called a Nick, not yourself. That's all I'm saying.
All in all, I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. It's a solid episode. It's a good episode, but there are certain things that they did touch up on that they could do a little bit better at touching up upon. But I do like that they at least tried to touching upon it.
I just want to say this right now, Hasbro. Listen, we're all open freelancers when it comes to Power Rangers. If you want to cut us our 10% checks for Dino Fury, we would greatly appreciate it. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
That's all. I'll get your toys. So thank you for the helmet too today. So
I got 2 Power Ranger toys from you, Hasbro, because they were gifts. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. By the way, I'm just saying, Hasbro, just cut all of us 10% of the check. Let that Hasbro and Nickelodeon check clear, and we will help you with certain things on Dino Fury, because we already know Dino Fury could be potentially the most lit season that Hasbro's going to be throwing at us because of all the excellence that season has thus far, and it's barely even started.
Anyways, let's read some comments.
Let's do it.
No Comics says hi. What's up? Okay, your mom says hi.
Hi.
Thomas Franco, I'm sorry, we saw the UK episodes during the 80s. I don't know how to watch this. I mean, bro, so the reason why we're doing this is because, of course, there are some fans that haven't watched it yet. I want to do the honor code like these two over here.
Hey, yeah, it's called honor code. Camel watches.
Don't blame it on us. Blame it on Nickelodeon.
So, yeah.
Actually, blame it on the UK.
So, Thomas, to answer your question, we're also honoring the fans that want to keep the honor code and watch it without spoilers. So that's why we're doing it this way. So anyway, Range Select, Love, what's up? Gwen, Guo Chao Liao, Go Rangers.
Hey!
Everett Sanchez is Go Power Rangers. Nice reference to Austin Powers. Oh my god.
Daddy wasn't there!
Yeah, to take me to the fair, to change my underwear. Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so gonna meet you guys. Anyway.
Twins.
Anyway. Everett. Let's see. Timmy Dacus says, hi, guys.
What's up, Tim?
Hi, Tim.
Hey, look, who's this fine gentleman? Hi, I'm watching y'all.
Anyways, moving on.
Here's watching you, kid.
Timmy also says, oh, wait, never mind. He already said that.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that too. Edward, didn't you see the episode? No, go ahead. What? No, we're not going back up.
I'm not going back. I love you. This is you, bro. Mountain don't.
I love how in Beetleborgs they have a soda called Mountain Don't.
Captain Chaku's Zord almost looks like Super Terra. Oh yeah, we know.
I know.
The listeners gave it away.
Battlestar Galactica, Daniel Jerome, what's up? What is up, guys? Best Ranger show in the Ranger Nation. You guys have been fantastic. Love you too, bro. Thank you so much for the compliment.
Thank you, Battlestar. We love you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the fan-free, fantastic compliment.
Go watch Luminity. There's shouts to them. Mikey Perez. Hey. I was like, facts, no lies detected. I did pull my heartstrings, but I was disappointed with the weak-ass reason why he was distracted to do his job, which I'm running for my family due to securities. Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
That's like saying I can't go back to my kid. I can't go back to my family because I have flipper feet or something like that, or I have or like
I have because I have an extra thumb,
or I have an extra finger. I can't go back because
I can't go back because I have two right hands.
Like no, dude. Like they don't love you. They don't love you. Chill out. Like it's fine. You're out here. In these Earth streets trying to find Ryjack. It's fine. I'm pretty sure your daughter understands that her daddy is a G5 officer fighting bad guys, fighting monsters that are trying to hijack Power Ranger tech. Just saying.
Battlestar Galactica. Yo, I thought the name it was poop. Oh my god. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Poop.
So actually, fun fact. Because Venus flytraps do eat animal prey, they do have to get rid of the leftovers, and they do it by throwing it up. So technically,
Yes.
throwing up is pooping for Venus flytraps.
Logic is finally back in Power Rangers.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh wait, we forgot to say the plant reminded of someone who died in Power Rangers. Spot the plant.
There was never a plant. There was never a plant like Spot. A moment of silence for our boy Spot. Spot died for Steel.
Yeah, Spot died.
Okay, we're done.
We're good. Christian Durian.
Booyah! Oh,
Booyah!
Says,
Oh, remember Robo Cyborg? Booyah! Booyah! Booyah!
oh, here, hold on. Should Captain Chaku have a spinoff?
Yes.
Chris, it's funny that you said that. We just talked about this. Hasbro, once again, Hasbro, if you can cut us a check, that'd be great. Listen, if you want to do, I think we've all, listen, Sheriff Skyfire, I don't remember what the hell he was, why was he in Ninja Steel again? It don't matter. But we know why Chaku was there, and we know that both him and Skyfire are part of the same sector that the police department in the galaxy. I'm just saying, we need a spinoff. I want to see a spinoff, kind of like Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star type of thing, where Chaku, Skyfire, and if you want to bring back VR Troopers to give them an actual better send-off, and Beetleborgs, since y'all right, because since they ran out of footage for Beetleborgs and VR Troopers, have it happen. We want a spin-off.
You could even have you could even have Michael be wear the Charvon armor, like the black VR Trooper armor got an upgrade, or heck, you could even get a Herbie Baez, so you could tie in Beetleborgs to VR Troopers.
Look, I'm pretty sure Brad Hawkins would totally like the fact that VR Troopers would come back for one reunion, and that is for a spin-off. Captain Chaku and the G5 police stories. Police stories!
Anyway,
we can put,
is this the conversation you and I had about Boom Studios comics?
Stop.
You can pitch this to Hasbro later. Ryan, keep going.
Yeah, you have to continue, guys. Sorry, guys. We're limit. Okay. See, guys, I am lost. Okay. Battlestar Galactica. Great question. Yes, good question. Great reference. Is this a great reference? Yes. Wing Wolf 500. What Power Rangers? Some of your parents either dead, missing, or far away. Just a culture. Oh my god. And it is true. It is a trope.
Justin Cole. Justin's dad wasn't there.
Also,
Disney.
Also Tyler. Where the missing his dad. Barbara Kane Princess.
Hi, Barb. She's a cousin.
What's up? I watched it either honor code. See, guys, people haven't watched it yet. So same with Daniel. Daniel is an honor code. So don't worry, Daniel. We won't spoil anything. We'll try. And guys, again, for guys watching this, please do not spoil anything in the comments.
We will take them off.
We'll take it off, and we'll warn you guys. Do not spoil anything in the comments. Let's see. He's such a. Oh my god, who is this? I don't know.
I thought Jen.
Actually, that was me.
Oh my gosh.
I was supposed to say y'all, not Hall. My bad.
Mike versus Nate. Okay. Christian Durias, think of Mass Rider. Okay.
No, Mass Rider's not going to be part of the spinoff. No.
With his dying breath, Ishinomori said, "You ain't getting Mass Rider anymore. You done goofed, Saban. You done goofed."
Anyway, Shaku micro chocolate figure. Yes, I can see that.
Shaku, please.
Fighting figure.
Yeah, and make one we'll make one for Troy from Super Mega Force, so we could reenact that Go Kaiju movie.
Yes.
Sentai references, not Power.
Christian Durias. Imagine Ventix was Kamen Rider arc if spin up. I wish
that would be interesting.
Give us a Chaku figure with a Ryjack double pack. That'd be dope.
Hey, that's a versus right there. Hey, Hasbro, you want to do your versus, right? Let's do this. Chaku, because Chaku and Ryjack already have a rivalry. So,
you can do if you want to go buy more, you can go Green Ranger for White Ranger.
If they adapt that Gavan Charivan Scheider movie, then you could do a 3-pack with the 3 Metal Heroes. Heck, you could even make it a 4-pack with Skyfire.
Yeah.
Before we go, I just really want to say this. You guys are awesome on YouTube and Facebook. And if we don't say this enough, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. There you go.
Yes.
By the way, you know what I love about the Japanese version of that team up? The actor who plays Charivan is the Violet Ranger from the Japanese version of Jungle Fury, while the one who plays Shider, it was the actor who played Kamen Rider Birth in Kamen Rider O's.
Mm.
So just a little fun thing for you, Fox.
Anyway, guys, so this is our episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2, Episode 11, The Greater Good.
The greater good.
The Greater
Good. The greater good.
Oh, wait. It's all about the greater good.
The Greater
Good.
I think it's funny how in that movie they adapted the Leo DiCaprio version of Romeo and Juliet onto the stage. Meanwhile, wholly separately, you had Ron Cook in that movie, one of the best actors to play Richard III, and he's just an alcoholic throughout the entire film.
I'm talking about Fantastic Beasts, bro.
We're talking about Hot Fuzz. Come on now.
This is Grindelwald.
Hot Fuzz, do you know that movie with Ivan Ooze?
I know, but it's
Oh, yeah, and didn't Akuma show up at one point to fight Ivan Ooze? And then Ryu became a Power Ranger? I'm joking. Guys, this is Ranger Podcast Live. If you haven't yet, thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Follow us and like us on Facebook. Follow us here on YouTube if you are brand new to YouTube. Hit us with a triple like because it helps us move up in the algorithm. Subscribe. Hit that notification icon because YouTube's algorithm, once again, is just a fire, a big blue fire. So
it looks like
guys.
that a piranha plant throws up.
Thank you, Battlestar.
Great yes, thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
But yeah, so be sure to follow us on YouTube. Follow, hit that bell icon, everything like that. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, MorphinNet. And if you want to get a hold of any of us, me, Twitter, Instagram, _Fox, YouTube, Rex_Fox, and follow all my latest gaming content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If you want more content, Mike and I and a couple of members of Morphin Network, we do a podcast every weekend, video game podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Find us at the Scrub Club Gaming Podcast. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me at Instagram, DancerBoy247. Speaking of dancing, don't worry, guys. We'll get it to dance.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Okay,
Fake
you
news.
can find Instagram, DancerBoy247. And please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on Morphin Network. And Mike, where can you find you?
You can find me on IG at chrono_justice_cosplay. And you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto.
And Kent, where can they find you?
QR Rangerbook, Brown_K on Instagram, and here on the Morphin Network, as well as on the planet Zwylar. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh, and guys, so updates. Monday, I'll be doing a unboxing of the Red Z Range. I'll also be doing another Ranger stuff on Pop Pass giveaway. So at 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Jen Pink and Thunder Chica will be back reviewing the new episode of My Power Rangers. Wednesday, Kent and Clement will be doing their Sentai Hero Special. Now, Thursday, we are doing something special. We're having our interview, but I won't say who it is yet.
So we are moving the Rider Time podcast to this Friday instead of this Thursday. You'll find out more information about that on why later this week on Instagram and Facebook.
You might find out tomorrow or Tuesday. Actually, no. Yeah, tomorrow Monday. Let's see what happens.
So keep on the lookout for that.
Anyway, this person confirmed it. So we got a very special interview. Never had been interviewed before. So
he has something in common with this guy, but nothing else.
That's it. Anyway, guys, this is Morphin Network. I'm Ryan, aka Dagger Boy, Legal Psycho Fox, Ken Kids of Red, Mike Times Rider Zero. This is Morphin Network, and we're signing out, guys.
Go Lakers!
Bye.
By the way, two more.
Hey, Ryan, the job ain't over yet.
Job ain't done.
Kobe!
Wave goodbye, ladies.
For Kobe! For Kobe! For Kobe!
Bye, guys.
For Kobe! For Kobe! For Kobe!